You're going to pick your arms up off the floor, just a little bit, just an inch, just clear the floor. Good. You're going to pick your feet up off the floor, a little bit, clear the floor. And you're going to pull your shoulder blades off the floor just a little bit so you press your lower back flat on the floor. You should feel a big contraction in your abs. Feel that? Good. Hold that for up to but not in excess of 60 seconds. If you feel your lower back not touching the floor, you're not in the right position. In the lip. Right there, just clear the floor. There. Okay, starting position you were just in. You're going to reach one leg out, squeeze your quad so the knee locks, and point your toes. Lower back stays flat, shoulders are above the floor, hands off the floor. You're going to try that for up to but not in excess of 60 seconds. Keep your hands off the floor.
The progression would be to have one foot out and you can hold that for 60 seconds. And then you would do 2 legs out. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's the same way we load a barbell, right? You're increasing the intensity, right? So you're increasing the absolute load.
Because you can't switch your legs out for heavier legs, you just decrease the efficiency of your leverage.
So the reason we want you to do this is because, one, it's good for abdominal training. It's also good for perception, which is body control. But it's sort of a basic position in a lot of gymnastic motions, body motions, and we're going to try to apply that to the push-up. So if you can imagine that kind of tension, squeezing here, abs are tight, squeezing here, legs are tight, squeezing your butt, that's going to hold a plank, and you're going to apply that to all other kinds of movements. So the way it works is you come in, the first day we'll do just new stuff, but after this, we'll warm up, and we'll warm up with stuff that we've already learned. So you're practicing it over and over again. Then there'll be a new motion. We'll practice that motion, and then if this time left over, we'll do some accessory exercises and stuff that complements the main lifts that we're doing. We're mostly concerned about the main lifts, because just doing that is satisfying sort of the Pareto principle of exercise. It takes care of 80% of your needs. If you want to do other fancier stuff, there's other stuff you can do, but these are the basics, and they sort of translate to, or the gateway to other things. But you need to do the basics. And that constitutes, for us at least, and we can talk about why, because other people disagree on the rationale for it, 5 exercises. The low bar back squat, the bench press, the deadlift, the shoulder press, also called the overhead press. There are 2 different versions of it. The strict press and the press 2.0, which is kind of like a quasi-Olympic press, and the power clean. And then we'll leave with other stuff, like hollow, and chin-ups, and other things.
What about pull-ups?
So that's a part of it. However, we use a progression to build people towards pull-ups. We'll actually start with chin-ups, but before you do a chin-up, we want to make sure your shoulders are healthy. So we'll do a lot of just hanging exercises before we actually start to pull. You might not even start doing chin-ups in elements just because we need you to do a lot of hanging. But we'll get there.